Welcome to our heartfelt but virtual celebration of your graduation from the Environmental Sciences program, Weinberg College of Arts and Sciences at Northwestern University. Welcome to you and your friends and family gathered today. It is with mixed emotions that we share these few minutes from the comfort of our screens. I know you really wanted to have the experience of being broiled, literally, together in the sun of the stadium. Or in good years, getting drenched by the rain, but we would have been all together with our fancy robes. It's poignant and powerful that we're here to celebrate your graduation as interdisciplinary environmental scientists. You've earned this. It's built on the foundation of a liberal arts preparation from Weinberg College, and the science degree that you've earned is undertaken in perhaps the most credit-demanding science major in the college. You started off with the calculus and the chemistry required of all the graduating environmental scientists from Northwestern. You then took on a heavy load with 5 demanding additional science courses in biology, chemistry, math, physics, stats, and econ. You then had your core courses where you explore the geosphere, the hydrosphere, the atmosphere, and biosphere. But then really when you get into the advanced courses, that's where you really flourish, because it allows you to find your personal direction as an environmental scientist that truly is at the intersection between data, culture, and nature, pillars that we would strongly embrace in Weinberg. And furthermore, you also managed to have a rich landscape of other activities and clubs and involvements. These might have been with the Institute for Energy and Sustainability, Chicago Botanic Gardens, the Water Institute, and for many of you study abroad or Chicago field study internships. And through those you grew as citizens of Chicago, citizens of the United States, citizens of the world. It's despite all the additional uncertainties that you're now confronted with though, especially as you finished up your degree this spring quarter with remote instruction, which was required because of COVID pandemic. And then more recently with the racial injustice brought clearly and also correctly in light with Black Lives Matter movement. But I can assure you that you are now headed towards being a primary actor in the world capable of addressing society's greatest challenges. I get very excited over the months and the years to come to learn, did you focus on ecosystems and biodiversity, food, agriculture, water, air, soil, the pollution and the perturbations that our activities have inflicted on those? Are you going to focus on the human dimensions, the cultural, historical, economic, racial constructs that we impose on those? Or maybe you're going to focus on carbon credits, sustainability, and energy within economic policy. Some of you will focus on environmental health and justice, which is a powerful direction, particularly as our world is facing global challenges tied to our actions with climate change. And at the same time that some communities, particularly Black and Indigenous, are experiencing environmental injustice acutely. I'm confident that you have the knowledge and the ability to identify these problems, understand them, to apply the knowledge and technology that we currently have, to envision the future knowledge and generate that knowledge and future technologies that we need in order to address global problems. And at the same time that you also have the fortitude and the will to know not just what we can do, what we ought to do in order to create a more just and healthy world for all of us. I sincerely extend congratulations to you for your achievements, and I profoundly look forward to hearing of your future professional pathways. Our students graduating this spring, June 2020, with a bachelor's degree in environmental science are Brooke Alsterland, Julia Ansela Behari, Casey Beetleman, Victoria DeLira, Daniel Goldstein, Mark Gooden, Noah Kudman, Nathan Legault, Grant McKnight, Jonathan Murray, Amy Brogan, Nina Siegel, Rachel So, Eva Stees, Ryan Walden, Vivian Zhu, Lucy Yang. We also recognize our recent graduates from the March and December graduation quarters. Jennifer Alvarez, Mohsen Jaffrey, Ava Sarah, Renata Zemansky, Emily Hayes, Alicia Walla. Heartfelt congratulations to each of you for your sustained dedication through to your well-earned science degrees. Let's take a minute to share some of the great moments you have shared with us at Northwestern. A number of students, with 5 this year, undertook the special challenge of seeking honors, which includes a year or more of research effort under the supervision of a faculty mentor. A project is conceived, methods determined, data acquired, models constructed, validation and interpretation undertaken, and finally the effort in a document is delivered spanning 10 or even 40 pages of formal technical scientific writing, richly illustrated. Each thesis is then read by 2 research assessors, and final review is undertaken by the college. For our 5 students who undertook a thesis this year, your long, personal, and sustained effort is now recognized with the conferral of honors in the Weinberg College of Arts and Sciences. Brooke Alsterland, mentored by Jennifer Dunn, towards reducing global water scarcity and threats to marine ecosystems, a life cycle analysis of reverse osmosis, desalination, and sodium hydroxide co-production. Julia Ansela Bahari, mentored by Rosemary Bush, the shade of it all, cell wall undulation as a shade proxy, and Cirsa diphyllum japonicum leaves. Daniel Goldstein, mentored by Daniel Horton, consumer-targeted electric versus internal combustion vehicle emissions calculator. Amy Brogan, mentored by Daniel Horton, air quality and health impacts of electrifying Chicago's municipal vehicle fleet. Lucy Yang, mentored by Daniel Horton and Nairi Zairiga. Breadfruit, Artocarpus altilis, adaptation potential under divergent climate pathways. We had great difficulty in furthermore declaring the best senior thesis and arrived at a tie, Amy Brogan and Lucy Yang. In all cases, I want to highlight the elevated accomplishments this year with several theses now heading towards formal publication. Congratulations to each of you for your generation of new knowledge in environmental sciences. All right, this is the part of the celebration that I've been really looking forward to. First of all, you'll be receiving a little gift in the mail, and I hope that it proves to be a useful tool for you, quite literally. You'll see. When you get it, be sure, if you are traveling, make sure that you packed it in a check bag. So that's the first token. In recognition that graduation is always bittersweet, but especially as you wrap up this phase of your life and launch yourself into the future, this is a very prescient time. As we live through COVID, as we engage with racial injustice nationally, you may feel that the challenges are even greater. And that's why I'm really hoping that our next present for you may prove particularly powerful. It is personal and hopefully profound, and ideally proves to be a real navigation tool for you in your future. We are now launching the inaugural year of Graduating Mentors, and the goal is to bridge your current present reality with your future self. And that future self is embodied by one of our recent alumni. We have started to match you up. This is why we asked for your resumes and additional information. We've started to match you up with a graduated environmental scientist who's one of our alumni, who might be a year or 2 years or even 10 years down their professional pathway. And it may actually reflect in many ways the pathway that you're headed down. It's been, frankly, just profoundly overwhelming how eager they are to meet you. And they have all agreed to book a time with you for a mentoring conversation. And the goal is really to help you specifically as an individual to address your concerns, weigh your opportunities, know what your landscape might be, and literally just seeing what your future may hold. Let's share some moments with some of these alumni mentors now.
Hi, Rachel. Oh my gosh, good to see you again. Congratulations on graduating. Everything looks amazing. You're awesome. Congrats on the PhD in California. My biggest piece of advice to you is to take the summer to chill. You really need to decompress after Northwestern. California is a very different and much more laid-back environment than Northwestern ever was. So it's really important that you take some time to unwind, drink some wine, hang out in the sunshine, and really think about what you learned at Northwestern and how it's going to inform your PhD moving forward. So congrats again. I'm excited to talk to you. See you later.
There are many things I wish I knew when I graduated college. I'll share just a few of them with you now. First, adulting is a continuous struggle between choosing what you want to do versus what you should do. Figure out a way to do both, whether this means taking a gap year, I took 3, or a complicated time management juggling act. Don't ever sacrifice the things that matter to you most. Second, don't ever feel settled. The future is changing faster than we can imagine it changing. At the same time, the world can also feel frustratingly slow. So always be scanning the horizon in your rearview mirrors to prepare for what might come next. Third, your relationships with people are far more important than your accomplishments or any projects you may work on. People will remember you for how you make them feel, so strive to make frenemies, never enemies. Friends are good too. Keep your friends close, but keep your frenemies closer. In times of debate, humor and empathy can accomplish far more than simple facts or logic. Politicians understand this. So should scientists. So dear Grant, especially for you, invest in your personal development first, and you'll be far better equipped to handle the world and aid others later. Always have a passion or hobby to fall back on. Raise butterflies, grow mushrooms, scuba dive, climb a mountain, knit sweaters, register voters, whatever floats your boat. Take the time to follow your dreams while you're young and don't be afraid to take a break if you need one. I wish you the best in your future adventures yet to come.
First and foremost, I want to say a huge congratulations to everyone who's graduating this spring under such unusual circumstances. Regardless of it being such a strange time, everyone should feel so proud of having finished their program. 2 years ago this month, I finished my BNN degree and was celebrating my graduation, although I had another quarter to complete in Weinberg the following fall. And I think particularly at the time of my graduation, it felt more acute to me than usual that my degree path had been a little bit different than that of many of my peers. Finishing my 2 degrees at different times felt really strange, and even though I was really excited to be graduating and really proud, I also felt really conflicted about what that meant for what I would do next and where I would go in the future, because things were a little bit more off kilter for me. What it would have really helped me to hear at the time is that regardless of your path or your timing, it doesn't change the really wonderful value of your degree. And I still feel so grateful every day for how much of an enriching experience I had in the environmental science program at Northwestern, and the earth science department, and all the classes I took still really are useful to me and meaningful every day. So particularly Nina, congratulations. I know you're also finishing up the dual degree program, and I know it can be so unsettling trying to figure out what role those 2 different degrees are going to have in your life, but I know that whatever role they each end up playing for you, they'll both be meaningful and valuable to you in whatever you do. So congratulations to you, and congratulations to everyone who's graduating.
Good afternoon, 2020 graduates. Congratulations on your graduation from Northwestern. I graduated from the environmental science and EPC programs back in 2015, and if I could tell myself from 5 years ago one thing, it's that instead of trying to plan your future around a job title that you would like to have, instead try and get creative about what questions you want to pursue. That will help guide you to the rooms that you need to be in, the people you need to connect with, more strongly than any one title could ever do. And that's especially true in an environmental career where the job titles and the types of work that are being done are constantly changing. And we have a unique opportunity working in this field to imagine a new job that might not even exist yet and try to work to make that happen. So think creative and be enthusiastic. And Lucy, especially as someone who shares your interest in international issues, working in international fora on global environmental issues, this is especially true because those fields and those rooms are dynamic, and there's a space for creativity and skills as long as you have the passion to pursue them. And I think it's clear from what Trish told me about you that that's true. I look forward to connecting soon. Enjoy your summer after graduation, everyone. Bye.
As we wrap up, if we were in the actual stadium, we would be marshaled out literally by our senior marshal carrying our environmental science banner. This year, our marshal is our most able community leader dedicated to sustainability and conservation. Thank you for your everlasting leadership, Mark Gooden. We, your faculty and mentors, very much hope that you do pause occasionally to reflect back. Come and visit us, perhaps next spring for your deferred grad celebration. I hope so. Even so, along the way, send us postcards and snaps of your life events. With heartfelt appreciation for all that you have achieved, we send out broad congratulations to each of you.